Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I have my matcha here with me today and I am ready to yap. So if you want to grab yourself a drink or just put me on in the background while you do something else, that works for me. I won't be offended. If you are new here, I am on a no-buy year and I have been documenting the process, keeping you guys very much so in the loop on how I'm feeling, how things are going, my successes, my struggles, all of it you have been along for the ride for. So I just wanted to talk with you today to kind of catch you up on everything that happened for me in April. It was a very, very busy month. So I want to actually start out today by talking about my struggles this month. This was honestly a tough month for me for the challenge specifically. So overall, I'm feeling really good. I think mentally I'm in a good place. Physically, I feel pretty good. But I was so busy this month and that impacted a lot of things. On my challenge, I do allow myself to do fun things. Like I never wanted this to be something that I can't have fun experiences, and really that's one of the main reasons I did this whole challenge, is because I want to focus more on experiences over material possessions. I will say this month I feel like a little carried away. In particular, my spending on the categories that I allow myself, like dining out, for example. I try to stay within a budget, usually within try to not spend over $85 is like my dining out budget. I'm pretty sure I ended up spending like $180 this month, which is not great. I am gonna do a full financial review that I will be posting shortly after I post this one. That is gonna go in depth into the kind of financial implications this month, but I will say, like, I was just lazy this month, honestly. Like, I could make excuses about the fact that I was busy. I did work many of my side jobs this month. I just had a lot going on, and obviously that makes things more difficult for meal prepping and going to the grocery store and making time to cook or making time to pack my lunch. I was really bad this month. I think I went grocery shopping like twice, kind of blew through those groceries pretty quickly, and then I just didn't go back to the grocery store, and so I just kept buying food out. Another thing that made me kind of sad this month is I did finally have to buy a bridesmaid's dress for my friend's wedding, and so that was my first shopping purchase that I've made all year. This was a purchase I knew I was gonna have to make. Obviously I'm in the wedding and I'm not gonna not be in the wedding, and I am excited for it, and the dress is beautiful, and like it's gonna be a dress that, thank God, I'm gonna be able to reuse and like wear for multiple occasions. Also, it's just like black satin, super simple, and actually something I can use again, which I love. But I ended up spending like $140 or $150, something like that, on that, and that kind of hurt my heart because I did not want to buy a clothing item. Then I also had to buy a like costume essentially for a work event, and so I did have to spend a little bit of money on that too. So those were two things that I like didn't entirely want to buy, but like kind of had to. I guess I didn't really have to, but I kind of had to in order to participate in those things, and I of course do want to participate in those things. So that was kind of just like the struggles of the month. I just feel like I was so busy and unorganized, and that's something that I really have got to fix in May. So I'm gonna come up with some kind of challenge or something, because that's like the only way I can get myself to stick to anything. I have to create like a structured challenge of some sort. So I think I'm gonna work on that. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. I just need like a get my life together something, I don't know. A success for this month though, I will say, was I feel like I did a really good job of emotionally detaching myself from my spending in a healthy way. So this is something that I do struggle with, or really have struggled with a lot in the past, and I'm working really hard to fix, where I felt a lot of guilt around spending. And I feel like this month there were several like experiences and things that I said yes to, that while I did spend a little bit more than I wanted to this month, and I did go over budget, which made me kind of sad, but also at the same time it was like I've been under budget consistently this year, and also I'm trying to like ease up on myself a little bit because I have such aggressive financial goals, and I am ultimately so privileged and in such a healthy place financially, especially for my age, that like I'm really trying to not be so hard on myself. And it's like I went a few $100s over budget, and I'm still saved like over 50% of my income or something around there. And it's like, and I'm really going to be critical of myself for that. I'm going to beat myself up for that. Like I don't think that's healthy either. And so I feel like I did a good job this month of not feeling such tremendous guilt. This was one of the first times that I have been over budget, or like and was over budget in several different categories, that I wasn't feeling so bad about it for days. I just kind of saw that I went over budget. They were all in areas and all in events and things that aligned with how I wanted to be spending my money. And yes, it did go over budget technically, but it really wasn't something I felt that bad about. And that was exciting for me. That feels like a win for me. So I do feel like that's a success of this. And I do credit a lot of the no buy to that, because it has just created such an incredible sense of intentionality with how I'm spending my money. And I'm noticing so much more clearly when things in my life are not feeling aligned. My main goal for May is to just really realign myself and lock back in. I definitely want to be more conscious about the food this month. Like I want to make sure that I'm meal prepping and make sure that I am preparing healthier meals for myself and not dining out so much. And I also want to make sure that I'm a little more conscious on some of the other spending that I feel like I was a little bit loose with this month. But again, I don't really feel a lot of guilt around that. It's just I feel like I'm able to look at it very objectively and just be like, those areas I don't really feel like that money necessarily needed to be spent that way. So like it's just something I'm watching for May, not really putting like too much pressure on myself in that regard. But I need a quick break. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I don't know. Matcha is like heaven's nectar. I don't know. It's just the most incredible drink ever. Anyway, I am very much so looking forward though to just getting my life together. I was just so busy this month. I honestly, I really want to try to not pick up too many shifts or any of my other side jobs or anything this month. Like I really want to focus on just getting back to content creating and getting back to my hobbies a little more. And this is just kind of a side note for anyone that's still listening at this point, but in this whole process and in realizing how little money it actually takes most of the time for me to feel happy in my life, I'm understanding more that I don't need to work as much as I do. And I'm still working through whatever part of me is like a workaholic. Like I think maybe I just have an addictive personality in a way, because it's like I was a shopaholic and then a workaholic in order to be a shopaholic, but now that I'm not really a shopaholic, I don't know how to not be a workaholic. And so I don't really need to fund the lifestyle that I had before. And so it's like, I'm being smart with my money. I'm able to save a lot more. I'm being so much more intentional. I feel like I really need to work on understanding that part of myself and recognizing that like I don't need to have a scarcity mindset, and like I have enough money. I am enough without working multiple jobs. I think in May I want to really work on that and like work on not feeling the guilt for not being productive every second of the day. And so I'm just like doing a lot of rewiring and really hoping that May will bring some clarity and some peace and some calm, and will just be really enjoyable. That's really the main goal. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I was very yap-tastic today again, but thank you so much for being here. It has been such a pleasure chatting with you guys in the comments. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any content ideas that you would like from me. I'm really trying to get back into being consistent. I was not great this month with consistency for content creation. So if you have anything you want to see from me, please let me know. Also, if you have any thoughts on this video, let me know how your no buy is going. I always love to hear from you guys and kind of just hearing what your process is like. Other than that though, I just look forward to seeing you in the next video. Like I said, I should be releasing the monthly financial reset pretty soon, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.